doing today? How's everybody doing today? Good to see you. It's Ronco Johnson keeping you company this afternoon. And guess what? We're going to be talking about today's topic. We're going to be talking about the things that have been some recent changes in America. And these recent changes, how can they affect your retirement, your business, and your legacy? And my question is, are you ready for it? Are you prepared? Have you sat down and had an opportunity to just digest all the things that are happening day by day by day by day? Have you had the opportunity to catch up? Well, we're going to talk about that today in today's episode. We're going to talk about that in today's episode, y'all. So sit back, relax, and unwind with us. Get your cups of coffee out, get your pens and paper, and get your fingers ready to chat in our box. Leave us something in the chat to say hello. Let us know that you're there. Let us know that you got an opinion. Let us know. I'm so happy to have you back. It's Lifestyle Focus Friday. And what do we do here on Friday? Lifestyle Focus Friday is all about talking about what millionaires and billionaires do. But recently, millionaires and billionaires have been doing things that everybody else just cannot seem to understand. Have you ever had a conversation with a person and you realize really quickly that whatever they were thinking about or whatever their plans are, it did not include you? Well, I think we're waking up here in America and we're realizing all of us have been bamboozled. And if you haven't had the opportunity to figure that out yet, you're having a lights out moment. And we're going to just talk about it. How easily people can be manipulated and shifted from one place to another. It seems unreal, but it's happening in real time. And how do you prepare for it? When you think you're doing one thing and you're voting for one thing and you're receiving something totally different. To some people, they don't care. And to others, they see something much more sinister. Man, it's a big, big, big plate. It's a lot of meat on the bone. And for many, it's too much to digest. And for some, they're just scared to even attempt. But we're going to do the best we can to talk about how these changes affect your retirement, how they affect your business, and how you can protect your legacy. I just want to thank you guys for coming in before we get started. And just remind you that we want you to be a part of our group. We want you to be a part of the room. Your information and your energy matters to us, to me, and to our program. So don't forget to share it, like it, subscribe, and let everybody know that you're hanging out with me on Friday afternoon, and that we can do that moving forward. We know that over 72% of you that are watching have not hit the subscribe button yet. So do us a favor, hit the subscribe button so we can continue to give you much more content. The things that you really want to know. How millionaires and billionaires do. What are they doing? Why are they doing it? What's the tax advantages to it? And how can I benefit from just learning how they move? Because many times the moves don't make sense, because they're simply not talking to non-business. It's a lot to unpack. It's a lot to unpack. But at the end of today's conversation, don't forget, sign up below and get on our bi-weekly email list. Okay? We need you to get on our bi-weekly email list. That way you can get some engaging articles, something positive in the mail. You know, talking about travel, we talk about recipes and much, much more. And it's absolutely free. It's absolutely free, y'all. So we want to be able to give you something that's positive, something that you can actually sink your teeth into, and it doesn't cause you any stress or pain. It actually allows you to begin to dream again, right? Right? And I'll also remind you, you can go join us at lifestylefocuswealthcommunity.com and join our community. It's just $16 a month. When you pay for it annually, go to roncojohnson.com and you can see where to sign up. Just be a part of our membership. Be a part of our Facebook group. Maybe you want to be in town and you want to travel with us. Maybe you want to send some information on inside so we can have your important details to discuss, updates, reports, and so forth. Or maybe you just want to know where our upcoming retreat's going to be and you want to be a part of the action. So we want you to be a part of it because we need you in the room. We absolutely need you in the room, okay? Well, I want to say thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. I see our group back there hanging out. And if you would, go ahead and start putting in the comments and start filling those out. I want to see some comments. I want to see some things flowing. I want to see some posts today. And all I ask you to do is if you got something that you hear in the next 30 to 45 minutes, and you pick up a nugget, just let us know it. Put the words takeaways before your statement or before your comment. Maybe we can read it live on air while we're there. And good morning, good afternoon, Canton, Georgia. I see you. I see you there. Hopefully you guys can hear me now. If you can't, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you can. Hi, Leela. What's happening? What's up, Miss Henderson? Sam, I see you, buddy. Happy Friday, man. I see you. Man, I can count on those crews. That crew, they're just hanging out. They're hanging out with me every week. And, man, I really appreciate you. I really do. All of you. I really appreciate you. Okay? I think we got our sound done. Perfect. So, where is all this coming from? Where is all this coming from? Man, I tell you, this past week, a lot of things are just happening. Stuff is just happening. And I just want to talk about 3 recent changes. It's too many changes to get it all in less than 45 minutes that could impact our retirement, our business, and our legacy. And I'm just going to dive into topic number 1 before we go to our break. In the topic of retirement, some of these different things that we haven't even talked about, we haven't had time to talk about them. Why? Because something's rolling out every single day. It's like it's going to keep our brains spinning and keep us in complete chaos so that you can't see the undermining work that's being done. Oh my goodness. Well, in retirement news, the Secure 2.0 Act has introduced several updates when it comes to retirement planning. For example, you got the enhanced catch-up contribution. That's for individuals between the ages of 60 and 63 who can now make larger catch-up contributions to their retirement accounts. And I'm talking 401ks and IRAs. That's not such a bad thing, right? So if you're a little bit behind, you can dump a little bit more money into a taxable retirement savings account so you can catch up and be taxed on it later. Yes, I said it that way. I wanted you to understand exactly what's going down. Number 2, they got a mandatory automatic enrollment where new retirement plans must automatically enroll eligible employees. And it starts at a 3% contribution rate. Suppose you didn't want to be a part of that retirement plan. Do you not have the option to enroll now? You have to be part of a mandatory automatic enrollment program. And number 3, Lost and Found database. It's a new tool that they're using to help individuals locate forgotten retirement accounts and ensure hard-earned assets are found and not left behind. Maybe because they want you to take them home. And when you take them home, you're recognizing the income tax. That's right, folks. I've been saying it for years. The United States is a business. And if you don't understand the things that are moving around, you must understand this. The United States corporation is still a business, and it gets its revenue from taxes. And we are upside down with how much we owe in taxes. And many of the goals is how we can collect more taxes. Not from a minority group. And when I say minority group, wealthy people, that's a minority group. Less than 2% of people make over $1 billion a year. So they feel like they're excluded from that conversation. Same conversation, different mindset. So if you guys are understanding what I'm saying thus far, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and tell me how you feeling. Tell me how you feeling about what I'm saying. Do these mandates and these mandatory automatic enrollments, how do they make you feel? Knowing that it's mandatory. How does the catch-up provision make you feel? Knowing that you're between 60 and 63 and you're going to dump more money in so that you can get caught up, supposedly, in your retirement accounts, only to be later taxed at a higher bracket for how much money you contributed. Or better yet, how do you feel about the lost and found database? You know, you find your old retirement plans, but they want to just make sure that you have access to your hard-earned funds that you've left behind. Don't forget to include these on your taxes. What do y'all think about that today? I'm open. I'm open. Uh-oh. 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 I see some people on one today. Oh my gosh. If y'all can see the news, if y'all can see the stuff that I can't put on the screen, right? Oh my goodness. And you're gonna make me believe that all these plans are the most popular plans in the world. Wow. Wow. That's all I can say to that. Well, moving on to the second level. Let's talk about it. Again, today's topic, and I got to make sure I say this over and over again, guys, because it's really about you. I'm really trying to protect you. The better we understand completely what's happening here, the more effectively you can make moves. Because right now is not the time to be complaining about it. And today is not the time for you to be waiting and seeing what's going on. You need to be ahead of the curve and already acting. You need to be moving. If your bags are not packed, you need to be packed and ready to go and moving. Because the bombs are already in the air. It's just a matter if it's going to land near you. When the lights go out, are you ready? So we're just talking about 3 recent changes that can affect your retirement. And we just went over those. Next, we're going to talk about 3 different changes that can affect your business. And these are 3 recent changes that are reshaping the business landscape altogether. And one of the biggest topics that we've been talking about all the news and everywhere else is the tariff adjustments. You know, the United States, we have implemented new tariffs on imports for key trading partners, which could increase the cost to you, the consumer, and to the businesses. How can this be, how does this affect you? How does this affect your holiday plans, your college planning, your retirement planning? Suppose you're planning to retire just this year or maybe next year. Does that postpone a couple things? Maybe so. I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But the next one, you got tax policy shifts. There's tax policy shifts that are happening, and most of these discussions are around extending the 2017 Tax Cuts and Job Act and introducing new corporate tax rates that are influencing business strategies. And what are those strategies? What are those strategies? Y'all are a mess in this back office today. Hey, y'all blow up the comments, man. Keep blowing them up. I love it. Let us know. Let us know what's going on with us. Bees, put it down in the chat. Put it down in the chat. I love it. Continue to make your comments on the chat or into our private boxes or what have you. Yeah, I just really want to know where you guys are, because it's amazing to me that a lot of people are saying, why is this happening to me? And as we're begging and pleading for mercy, they're just continually making these changes. In other words, you're on a ride with someone who does not care about how threatened or how scared you are. They don't care if you brought enough money to the ride and to the park today. They don't care if you brought enough money to eat an egg. They have enough. They're not worried about you. They're not. And how does these tax policy shifts, how do they affect really you? And what kind of what kind of business strategies are out there that it's influencing? Well, number one, business strategies are to have as many expenses as possible. The bigger the expense they can get rid of, the less taxes that they have to pay on their corporate level. So once you understand that, some of it starts to make a little bit more sense. Some of it, not all of it. But then you got the regulatory changes also. The efforts to reduce government regulations may affect industries like finance and manufacturing. It's already started to deal with manufacturing. You can see that when we're talking about cars and oil and all kinds of different things that are we got products and services that are manufactured in other places that now we got to increase the tariffs or increase the rates on. That's ultimately going to come back down to hit you in the price bucket. And when it comes down to finance, it's simple. If the tax rates go up, it just costs you more. Yeah, you got a bonus. You made more money this year, but your tax rate just ate up all your bonus. I can only chuckle, folks. I can only chuckle because I feel like I've been advocating this for years. And I'm just pointing out these three different things of why we talk about when the lights go out, are you ready? Because when it comes down to it, the lights go off on you. Did you bring your flashlight? Are you ready for it? What is your move? What is your pivot? Or are you just going to just accept whatever's coming down? In many cases, if you're following how the moves are being made, this reshaping in the business landscape might mean that you individually need to move like a business. And if it's in your current name, it probably is not going to work out for you. You might want to understand that wealthy people are moving through trust. They're moving through corporations, entities that are separate from their individual selves. I hope you've been listening. I hope you've been listening because we've given the nuggets. We've taught the classes. Some of you have taken advantage of what we've been saying. And some of you are going to learn today. Some of you are going to learn in a very hard way. And it ain't going to be pretty. Are you ready for that? I want you to be ready as best as can. But we can't save everybody. We can't save everybody. And I get you, Leela. Am I scared? No, I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I think scared is a different situation. I think I'm prepared. I think I understand that there's opportunity in this particular marketplace. And if you're listening, where's the opportunity? The opportunity becomes that now you're becoming more and more, it's becoming more and more realized that individuals may need to start trying to take care of themselves and putting themselves in a position of ownership, in a position of being able to make final decisions or to benefit from the overall adjustments being made in our taxed economy. You might want to be a business owner is what I'm saying. You might want to turn your side hustle into a true corporation. You might want to read the IRS code if it sticks around long enough. That way you can just kind of understand the business model and why you move a certain way. Right? Boy, I'm seeing it all. I'm seeing it all today. We want to encourage you. We want to encourage you to continue to have businesses. Not to be afraid of these things. Right? We don't want that. So that's a nugget for you. That's a nugget for you. I think that's just some of the best ways of looking at it. Now, there's three components in the legacy building process that I want to touch on, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to come back through all of these things, and we're just going to be talking about the effects. I just want to put them out there so you have a moment to just digest what they are. But there's also changes in federal policy. And these programs are influencing more and more individual people to start thinking about their legacies a little bit better. See, here's one. Social Security adjustments. See, these modifications to Social Security, including the potential change of taxation, the potential change of cost of living adjustments, it could affect the long-term financial plan of a family. It could go up to an amount of money where you just can't simply afford it. It's already expensive. Long-term care costs haven't landed yet. Care is getting higher and higher and higher. And more people are needing long-term care. The cost of living, it just hadn't seemed to adjust the way we needed to at this point. But what does that mean for our seniors who are using Social Security every day? What do these types of adjustments mean to us? I don't even have to say too much about this one. The next one, number 2, the DEI program revisions. The federal government has scaled back diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives all over the United States. And this may impact the workforce, the culture, the legacy building efforts of many. You know, I've been outside a little bit, and I'm beginning to see masses and masses of people worry about what to do with their retirement plans. And they weren't expecting to receive the yellow notice or the pink slip to go home. And many people are being laid off. When the lights go out, are you ready for that? Have you prepared for that? Have you thought about leveraging your own retirement plan to create your own business? Have you thought about those things? Have you thought about if I did have to take my retirement check? Give us a call. Give us a call so you can get some mentorship. So you can figure out what avenues are the best ways to handle this adjustment in your life. Such as doing a rollover to an IRA, and then maybe how do I leverage some of that dollar to create my own business? I don't want to spend as much. I don't want to spend too much because I'm going to need this for the long term. However, I could be putting myself in a position where I don't own nothing. I can control everything. These are some of the conversations that you might want to be having. And number 3, the estate planning considerations. There are certain shifts in tax and retirement accounts, these retirement account rules, that are prompting individuals to reassess their estate plans to ensure that their legacies align with this new regulation. Yes, you might have to go back through and do some revisions. Why? Because past laws have nothing to do with the current ones. And if your planning is outdated, you got to make the adjustments so that you won't have a negative impact for what's happening today. These changes highlight the importance of staying informed and adapting to strategies that help you navigate your policies, your plans. All these things are always evolving. So it's important for you to sit down with your advisors, have a conversation, and dive deeper into each one of these topics, because it's just that important. It's just that important, folks. Is that important to you? It's concerning to me. I know it's concerning. However, I think it's just topics that we got to talk about. I think it's important that we talk about it. We don't need to keep it from each other. We need to let other people know what we're thinking, express ourselves. And I think you can do that in a manner, while taking advantage of the opportunities that are available. Educate yourselves and also demonstrate why some of these ideas do not benefit you. I hope I'm making that easier for other people out here to understand. I really do. Hey, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If what I'm saying to you brings some value to you, and you want to learn more financial tips that the wealthy are using, please find me at Ronco Johnson, RONCOJOHNSON. We'd love to have you be a part of our Lifestyle Focused Wealth Network. So, is that important to you? When I come back, I'm going to be looking for some questions in the offline and in my my DM posts, and I want to know, is that important to you? Anything that I've said, is it important to you? Are you looking on down the future, or to the future? And maybe I'm reading it wrong, but what do you see? Maybe you could drive a different perspective, because there's 2 or 3 people in the passenger seat this time. Not everybody's driving, but they're in the passenger seat. And it's amazing to me that they can't seem to see past the tinted windows. If that's you, give me a comment today. Give me a comment. I'm loving comments today. I'm giving all the love. Our seniors are afraid of what's to come. Yeah, I think that's an understatement. Huh. Hey, Miss Leela, you got a point today. You've made some points. I get to read them. I get to read these things out as I'm looking at it. You want to be in the passenger seat. Or you want to be in the driver's side. I hear you. It's probably nicer to be in the driver's side when you're controlling. You're empowered to make sure you know where your money's going, how it's getting there. If you're going too fast or too slow, you have the ability to take your foot off the gas. What we're going to talk about when I get back. I'll tell you what, let's take a break. Let's take a quick break. Then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about these items and much more, how you feel about them. And does it keep you up at night? Is it keeping you up at night? How do you reduce your stress? I want to know. Give me more. I'll see you back on the inside in just a few minutes. Hey, join our Lifestyle Focused Wealth community. Membership's starting at $16 a month when you pay the annual subscription. So register online today at www.lifestylefocusedwealth.com. Man, I tell you, life is good. Life is good. I'm Ronco Johnson, your Lifestyle Focused Wealth Coach. We're just talking about what millionaires and billionaires do on our normal basis here on Lifestyle Focused Friday. But as of late, millionaires and billionaires have been moving in ways that are sporadic. We may not even understand how they're working, right? I don't know. But if that's the case, I think it's better for us to dive deeper into these ideas and these changes to figure out how it's going to affect us, individually affect us. Does it affect your 4-person household, your 5-person household? Are you going to be able to pay your bills? Are you going to be able to answer your commitments? These are the things that I think people want to know. And I think by having a smart financial plan, it's someone that can explain what's happening in a broader sense of things can make all the difference in the world. Man, y'all really blowing me up over here. I love what y'all saying. Oh my gosh. So tell me, anybody out here that's been listening, I just want to know, have you been affected? Have you lost a job? Are you in the middle of receiving an exit plan from your current employer? We hadn't even touched on how Medicaid is being looked at for our seniors. They need these benefits. If you just take them away or put a hole in it, it really would make things a lot tougher. I'm waiting. Yeah, when we talk about mental health, cooking with Mama Bear, and I appreciate that. She just shared with us that 47% of adults that are having challenges or have been affected negatively with their money are also having mental health challenges as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why we're saying take that time. If you know someone, if you absolutely know someone that has gone through a layoff, changing jobs, even if they're good, even if you think they're doing good and don't need your help, I am asking you, sincerely asking you, ask that person if they'd be willing to sit down and talk to us. Allow us to be able to help. Leverage what we do for a living every day of the week to give you some perspective and possibly help you minimize the larger federal tax and shift some of it over from personal to business. There's many ideas out there. There's many ideas out there. It just depends on who we're talking to and what we're trying to accomplish. I'm hoping y'all understand how important these details really are. Look at what Mama Bear says, you can only cut the budget so far. Let's see, can we get that up on the screen? We can only cut the budget so far. Well, budgets and lack of funds to complete the plan does create a little tension. And what we have to do is make sure that mentally you're able to handle that. Doesn't sound like much of an issue, but if you don't have the funds, you got to create the funds somehow. And it's not going to be, you're not going to be able to ask for a handout if you don't have it. You're going to have to work for somebody. I get you, Leela. Leela says planning in advance will give you all you need to make sure that you put enough aside to grow your money and pay them on time. Well, that's partially true. So if you are out there and you've been putting your dollars away effectively month after month after month, you're probably in a position where you're doing better than most. You're probably doing better than most. Is there any more questions out there? Anybody else have any more comments, details they want to share with us in the group? Man, y'all have been good today. Y'all have really been good today. Because some of these ideas and some of these impacts, they're so very important. They're so very important. Someone's asking me about these Social Security adjustments. It wants me to, can I speak on those a little bit? Well, here's what I can say. For the 2025 inside of Social Security in 2025, the key updates in these retirement plans is they call it the COLA, the C-O-L-A, COLA, cost of living adjustment. And that's where the beneficiary will see a 2.5% increase in their payment. And it reflects inflation adjustments already. So for example, if your monthly benefit for a retired worker were to rise from, say 1927 to 1976. So that adjustment was already built in, so it would increase your cost. The second thing is higher payroll tax ceilings. So how that works for the employer is there's a maximum table earning of Social Security. And what they have done is they've increased it from $168,600 in 2024 to $176,100 in 2025. which means higher earnings will contribute more to the system. Okay. Number 3, work credit. There's a work credit requirement to earn one Social Security work credit in 2025. It states that workers need to make $1,810 and up. And that's up from $1,730 in 2024. So it's just my opinion. This change can quickly affect individuals who may qualify for these retirement benefits pretty quickly, immediately. And number 4, your earning test limits have changed as well. So retirees under a full retirement age can now earn up to $23,400 annually, or $1,950 a month, before the benefits are reduced. So this is the amount of money that they'll allow you to make with no problem. Once you get past that $2,300 or that $23,400 annual cap, now you start seeing your benefits going down, down, down. These can be some of the reasons that proper planning, would be good for you. So you can sit down, talk to your advisor today about maybe opening a business, or so on and so forth. And this is an increase from 2024, by the way, because that number was 22,320. Okay. I think I got one more for you. The Social Security Fairness Act. Legislation eliminates certain policies that previously reduced benefits to the public sector. With pensions. Okay? So 3.2 million people will see a retroactive and an increased monthly payment starting as soon as April 2025. So these are some of the changes that I have to be honest and say, and these are changes that affect you. These are changes that address inflation. They improve fairness, and then they also ensure that our programs are sustainable. If you want more information about this and this line of questioning, just let me know. Put it in my private message. Let's see. Anybody else in the? Let's see. What are they saying out here? Yes, y'all are looking at it. Okay. Seems like y'all are interested in knowing what's happening. It seems like y'all are interested in knowing what's happening. These are just good conversations I think that we should be having. Because, first of all, a lot of people don't know how it works to begin with. So because they don't know how it works, it makes it very difficult for them to have a conversation about how those changes affect them. Yep. So, so when we're talking about these adjustments that need to be made, are they going to affect you? The answer is yes, in a big way. In a big way. Any other questions from the comments? Go ahead, put it in the chat. As best as I can, if I can read up and keep up with your line of questioning. If you're just making statements, it's a little different. If you got a couple questions, and I'll take them. Les Twins, I love what you're saying. I like what you're saying. When you're talking about financial health, I think it's important. A positive mindset is really important to have. You can't just decide to shut it all off. Too many things are moving at the same time. You're gonna have to stay on top of it. These are opportunity zones. These are options that you can make. And in the future, it might work out well for you. But for right now, I understand it's some scary things that are happening. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Sometimes we just have to be okay with how things move, right? They've already already made these shifts. So because they've made the shift, now we have to make the adjustment. If we don't make the shift, we're in trouble. You're in trouble. We're all in trouble. Yeah, it seems like you guys have all been fired up about today. If you're like me, I will be honest with you, taking a step back and looking at all the changes and all the different things, what's most amazing to me is how chaotically we're moving. But I'm going to encourage you to take the time to, kind of sit back, kind of relax, and pay attention to what's going on. And just kind of watch it unfold. Watch it unfold. For a lot of us, there's no need to run and make a bad decision right now. These are opportunities for us to be able to say, I want to run my own business. I want to hire employees that get the job done. We still value DEI. We still value individuals. Not because we've been told to value it, it's because we truly value it. Even information that I'm sharing, hopefully you still value what we're telling you. Your financial plan needs to be in place. Sit down with someone today that can help you get your plan together. That plan of action is your saving grace. It's your saving grace. It may be more important than you've ever known. Sit down and have you and your expert sit down, go through it. What is your lifestyle about? What is it that you really want to accomplish? And then how do we design programs that make this world outside and your legacy mindset on the inside, how do we make that gel? How do we make it gel? I only got time for a few more comments. I Hey, folks, I want to say, first of all, thank you so much. Thank you so much for hanging in here with us today. I'm going to remind you, please take a moment, hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, fill up the information in the chat, or give us some comments. All this matters. This activity that you're creating, it all matters. It all matters. One or two more, and then we're done. One or two more I can take, and then we're done. Great. Well, listen, man, I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you guys for coming on and watching When the Lights Go Out. Are you ready? And joining us on Lifestyle Focus Wealth. I just want you to be a part. I want you to be educated. I want you to be ready. I want you to be ready for all the changes so we can endure all the smoke, right? That's what we really want to do. We want to endure all the smoke. It's going to be a bumpy ride. I'm not going to lie to you there. But you can smooth out the ride when you have a little bit more control. So, what did we learn today? I think at the end of the day, it's about how do you want to be led? Do you want to sit in the passenger side and just go where it's going? Or would you rather be a little bit more in control and be able to dictate how you want to move? The choice is yours. Our goal is just to bring it to the forefront so you can make an educated decision. And for that, we love you, we care for you, and we have an enduring heart. So I just want to thank you guys. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us. I want to thank you for all your comments, all your blessings and emails, all your private chats. And I hope that you continue to tell everybody that you're joining us here on every Friday at 1 o'clock. And I hope you're finding value in what we're talking about. Because it's people like you, financial education is just not enough. And being financially literate is not enough. But making financially sound decisions in this environment are key. And we want to give you the keys to make your life less stressful. Hey, that's my time for today. I'm Ronco Johnson. I just want to say so long. I'll see you next week. I want you to have a happy Friday and a blessed weekend. And I look forward to seeing you at the top next week, right here, 1 o'clock. And I'll see you then. God bless, and y'all be safe. I'll see you soon.